I want TJ back.
Burn!
Tom!
There we go. Perfect.
No song today.
No, God.
Oh, we didn't deserve a song.
We did deserve it.
You know what you did.
Exactly.
What's your favourite Warhammer, Tom?
Kremlo.
Kremlo. He doesn't even have a hammer.
No, but Kremlo is love. Kremlo is life. He could have a hammer.
Whose is the better hammer? Is it Thor's hammer, Sigmar's hammer, or the Warhammer 40,000?
Well, Thor's hammer has been destroyed and remade like 50 times, right?
Yes.
Whereas Sigmar's hammer has only been made once.
Still kicking.
Still going.
Yeah. And maybe Sigmar's hammer's like fought some tougher people too.
Yeah.
Because he fucked up Nagash, the god of death.
Which is pretty good. Although knowing Marvel already, give them like 5 seconds to catch up. Actually, I think you'll find that Thor killed death.
Issue 65, Thor destroyed the universe!
Thor killed all the gods. Sure.
Oh, it's true. Maybe they're the same hammer.
Wow.
Maybe Thor dropped it and it landed in Warhammer World.
Okay.
And then some dwarf went, I made this.
I made this. Yeah. But then that means not only can that dwarf pick it up, so is, the chosen one, but also Sigmar could wield it as well.
Right.
Because he had a heart pure and true.
Yeah. I mean, who is a hammer to judge my worthiness? Who's in charge of that? What are the requirements? It's like a job interview. I want a breakdown of the person description that I'm trying to meet here.
Yeah, because also it's like quite loosey-goosey on it's just like, you have to be worthy, right?
Yeah.
What does that count as? Like, at least if you had like an Excalibur, true king of England, only person that can pull that out. Really binary. Are you the king of England? Aren't you the king of England?
Exactly. But then who decides that?
Yeah.
And also, actually, Excalibur's not the sword in the stone. Common misconception.
What?
The sword in the stone is a sword in the stone that King Arthur pulls out. He then breaks it, and the lady in the lake fucking yeets him a new one.
Then
That's
you get the Excalibur. Shit. God, I knew both of those stories. And just smushed them into one.
Everyone does. Literally, I bet if you asked 1,000 people, you'd get 999 people say...
999 fucking idiots.
Who would just say Kremlo.
Wow.
A bunch of goons.
In one version of the story.
Disney did merge the two, apparently. Oh. Disney, they retconned it.
They have that power.
They do. They bought the copyright from Merlin.
Yep, Merlin sold it. He needed some more cool wizard's robes and potions. And, that shit ain't cheap.
That shit ain't cheap.
I always liked the Disney Sword in the Stone. That was one of my preferred ones as a kid.
I never saw it.
There's a cool wizard fight where one's like, I'm going to turn into like an elephant and try and stamp you. And the other one's like, I turn into a mouse. And that scares you, even though you still have the brain of the wizard.
You inherit the elephant's fear of mice.
And then one of them turns into literally the bubonic plague. And the other one's like, that's fucking bullshit. Now I have the plague. And they're like...
And then they die?
No, then they nurse them back with potions and shit. But they give up.
They give up. They're like top trump.
They're like, fuck.
Oh my God. So
use the plague.
This wizard fight sounds a lot like the sort of imagination battles I had at primary school in the playground.
Yeah. It was a lot of just one-upmanship.
I've got a laser-proof shield.
I've got a gun that pierces laser-proof shields.
Oh, no!
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay.
There was a bit with a sexy squirrel, you're right.
Oh. What? I'm
pretty sure that was a regular squirrel, so maybe you're projecting there. Tired night, but it was a sexy squirrel. I'd describe it more as the squirrel was amorous because they transformed into squirrels for reasons,
sexy reasons.
And then there was a squirrel that was kind of hot for young Arthur in squirrel form.
Wow.
And
Would you say this was, you saw it in the formative years of your life?
yeah, actually, now that does explain why I like fucking squirrels. Shit, it all comes
That's why I put
together.
the big bushy-tailed butt plug.
Oh my god, just love those. Absolutely love them. The squirrel was cute rather than sexy.
Right, well, let's let chat decide. Let's Google it.
Disney, Sword in the Stone, squirrel.
Squirrel. Hang on, what?
Okay, it's not. Well, I guess they're here. Look, this is Arthur as a squirrel.
Oh, hang on, we haven't got it on the screen.
Oh, main screen turn on.
Activate! Thank you.
So that's Arthur as a squirrel, and then
Okay.
that's like the squirrel who's hot for him,
Right.
and like she's like making eyes,
Oh, wow.
is like really like trying to
Going for it.
get involved. I think she tries to give him a nut at some point,
Oh, yeah.
and yeah,
Okay. Well, there we go.
and he's just like, no. And she's pretty into it, but then she's really sad when he like turns back into a boy. And,
Oh, does she not get turned into a person too?
No, because she was always a squirrel. Because he's a squirrel with the brain of a person. But you would have a person with the brain of a squirrel.
I feel like those exist already.
Yeah, probably.
I've met some.
But very, very, very different. I don't know if you want too many of them running around. And also there was like a bigger squirrel that was into Merlin as a squirrel.
Wow. This is for kids.
Yeah, it was like,
Sexy bestiality peril.
it was all pretty lighthearted at the time.
The peril is they might accidentally bang a squirrel.
He might fuck a squirrel. Yeah.
There was a lot more of that in kids' stuff back in the day, though, wasn't there? Like in Back to the Future. Oops, almost incest.
Almost fucked my mom.
That's family-friendly, light-hearted comedy.
Yeah. I feel like that kind of goes over your head a little bit as a kid.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that something just for the parents to
yeah,
enjoy?
it's just something, that we were like, yes, I would have fucked my mom if she was hot.
I saw old photos.
Yeah, like,
Oh my god.
but no, there's a bit where there's like, they turn into fish as well.
Oh, okay.
Fish.
I'll be the judge of if they're sexy fish or not.
Well, they get attacked by this fella.
I'm going to say not sexy.
Not as sexy. Like that's them like goofing around, and then this guy is chasing them, and it's very, very tense.
Oh, wow, they get barracudaed.
I think it's a pike. Is a pike a type of barracuda? I don't really know fish.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're completely different.
Oh, what's the name of his owl? I feel like it's like Ozymandias or something like that.
Sounds like an owl's name. He looks just like Nemo, doesn't he?
He's got a lot of that. Archimedes.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one. But yeah, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
It had knights. It had, magic,
Sexy squirrels.
wizards and shit. Sexy squirrels.
It's got it all. What a classic.
I don't think it's, I'm pretty sure more people would have had an awakening with Disney.
Oh, the Robin Hoods.
Yeah.
Do you think that's to blame for a generation of furries?
100%. 100%. Like, look at this boy.
He's a beautiful boy.
Like, if this came out nowadays, it would, like, the trailer would be up for, like, 7 seconds.
Before the fucking comment moderators went into meltdown.
There'd be that and just 100,000 bits of naked fucking fan art of every one of these characters immediately.
I never saw this either. This must explain why I didn't turn into a furry.
Right, okay. It was good.
It looks
I
good.
remember it being pretty good. Zootopia moment. Oh, yeah, that's the modern day version, right? That's the modern day. But yeah, there we go. There's a trip down Disney Lane.
Yeah. So I heard a story about how Tony the Tiger got like you know, the furries were into Tony the Tiger.
Oh.
That was an unrequited love. They shut that shit down. Tony the Tiger was not going to interact with his furry fan base. But then, like, the social media manager of, I think, Cheetos or something similar was like, we'll have you, baby.
Chester Cheeto, whatever his name was.
And so they were very, like, pro-furry until eventually, like, someone in upper management went, stop this.
Like, they've gone too far. Like, we can't keep having pictures of him with a giant fucking cheetah dick.
Oh. But, I mean, on one hand, like, from a purely capitalistic play of, like, oh, you're not serving this audience. Well, we'll serve them.
We'll do it. Yeah, it's not like let's say you're doing it for, like, brand awareness. It's not like people who are into, what, Frosties? That was Tony the Tiger. Are going to be like, I'm not going to have my bowl of Frosties in the morning. Now I'm going to have a bowl of Cheetos instead. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Yeah. Different foodstuffs.
I just wanted to be in that meeting in, like, the boardroom where, like, the social media manager is like, here's my strategy.
Here's the plan. Yeah. It's called furries. ...
profits?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You write furries. And then with the S at the end, you put 2 lines through it. $sign. Yeah. Nailed it. Okay. Wow. Man, it really did not take us long just to get into...
Just off the rails immediately. Yeah. We barely talked about Warhammer at all.
I don't think we... Well, no, we were talking about the hammer. We did. We did start out...
We started off with the best of intentions.
Talking about, you know, comic book characters and, you know, Warhammers. Yeah. Which I guess is what people maybe are here for.
That's what they say they're here for when people ask.
Right. Okay. Oh, yeah. I just love it when they talk about... they had this great theory on Thor, and they talk in depth about Mjolnir. And,
yeah. The MCU Warhammer crossover. Yeah, it's great stuff.
But actually... They're here for more of this stuff, more of these kind of things. Oh no!
Oh no!
Wow! Look at him go.
That's a big crown. I think as king, you probably want to get the hat and gown like tailored to fit you, right? You don't want that wearing your dad's clothes look. Not a good look. It doesn't make you look authoritative.
Yeah, but bigger the crown, the better the crown?
That's true.
Is that not the case?
Yeah, and you'll get a real strong neck wearing that thing.
Yeah.
Don't want to skip neck.
That's what he's doing. Just working out, doing neck stuff. Because look how thin his neck is and how big that head is.
Yeah, and you got to work on those arms as well, man. He just needs to bulk out.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got goals.
Good goals. Okay, right. What are we doing? What's going on?
I don't know.
What is this? What is this fucking mess of a stream?
Warhammer. Ba-ba.
Okay.